Hey YouTube peeps, Grizzly Bear here. So, the vlog I'm about to post, I posted this on a day I was pretty pissed off. We were given mandatory overtime. I was angry. I actually got out of the overtime because the big thing was canceled and stuff. Disclaimer, that never give my work name, none of the people there, because I want to keep everyone safe and stuff like that. And I'll say that again in the video because originally when I did it, I didn't say it, but I wanted to bring up the point of this video before it starts. Yes, I get angry. I was tired. Some of the points aren't perfect. I am making enough money to pay my rent. For some people, it's a lot harder. A lot of my coworkers actually have kids, and they have to be able to take care of them, and I know it's harder for them. And so they actually work a lot of overtime. But the point of this video is not to reprimand companies. It's to show them how we feel. Not all the companies understand how their workers feel. They don't get to connect enough. Like, they might not have enough time to connect, or they don't make the time to connect. They think about what is best for them, but they may not know what really is best for them. Since recording this, my company has actually started to work towards working together, like between the higher ups and the laborers, to put it. Some would call this minions, and they're like, not the best word for it, but like the higher ups said that, but it was like, you know what, we're kind of minions, but so we're kind of trying to work to fix some of the problems with communication, or so much work, because there is a lot of work. The amount of work from last year has doubled this year, or something like that, and they have the same amount of workers, so it doesn't really balance that well and stuff. But my company has started to work towards fixing that, and I want that to be happening with all the companies. I want the higher ups to realize that we have feelings, that we have lives, that we get tired and worn out, and it does get hard. I still work my butt off no matter how angry I am. I'm going to work every day. The only times I'm not at work is when I can't get off the toilet because I feel like absolute junk, or that I absolutely got zero sleep because I've been having a bit harder time sleeping. But other than that, I'm always at work. I was at work on my 21st birthday, so you know. I still have a little bit of hard time breathing right now from the cold. So all it is kind of to raise awareness. Some of the things I'd get really pissed off, and doesn't seem like it works very well with this, but I am sorry about that. If this makes my higher ups angry, if they see it and it makes them angry, I am sorry. I know there was a couple things that did not seem like it connected right. Like, I actually talked to one of the people. I mentioned that we were all told that we were replaceable. He said it came out in the wrong way, that he's sorry that it came out in the wrong way. He's a goddamn good guy. Like, he is. He's one of the really good guys there that I really like. But companies need to even just people need to work through what the words are saying and how it sounds to each person. You don't want to bring people down because it's going to make it so they don't want to work harder. You guys, it's a lot of communication. It really is. Our company has started having meetings weekly to talk between the higher ups and then us, so we can get on the same level and understand what each person needs. They're looking into finding a place for us to go and eat, be able to sit down for our breaks, as I talk in this video when we were told we weren't allowed to use them anymore. It made me upset because I liked my warm lunches. I didn't want to have to deal with sandwiches every day and stuff. So yeah, it really is just bring awareness. I'm sorry if you guys get angry with it, or if it brings up some issues. I hope that you realize how sometimes workers feel, and that maybe you guys can learn to communicate more, so you guys can work together to make the company better, make it so you are able to keep your workers. There's some people with high turnover rates. Keep your workers happy, make it a successful business, and just keep growing and working together to fix everything. So, yes, I am pissed in this video. Yes, I was pissed about the overtime. I got it off because it was canceled. I'm sorry for the people who had to work overtime, or some people choose to work the overtime because they can't afford stuff, but like they need to support their kids and stuff and just not being paid enough. When I talk about not being paid enough, one of the reasons why is because we almost get crushed. I've almost been crushed by tables. So, when it's a hazardous job, it makes me feel like people should be paid more. But, gotta do what you gotta do to survive at this current point. So, yeah, I just hope it brings awareness to the companies, work together, build as a company, and don't just leave the workers in the dust thinking that they don't need anything and that they're just robots. So I hope this gives insight to you guys so you guys can come together and work stuff out. Thank you. Hello, YouTube peoples. Grizzly Bear here, and today I wanted to talk about something slightly important, and I actually already did a recording on this that was about 10 minutes long, and I've managed to exit out of it and failed at it. Anyways, today, sorry, I have a cough. I'm still getting over recovering from the cold last time and whatnot. I wanted to talk about jobs slightly and being treated like dirt a bit. As you guys may have noticed, last week I posted a Let's Build of the middle finger because I've been pretty pissed off, and I just wanted to show everyone how I was feeling. Yes, there was a warning, not for children. So I've been pretty pissed off from work, if you couldn't tell. So at my job, I'm trying to remember everything I talked about in the last one, so it's going to be all messy now, which sucks. So yeah, I kind of wanted to talk more about how companies should treat their workers, because at one point all of us have this problem in my job, and it sucks. We got in a meeting, they went up and told us straight up, you're all replaceable. Nice job, guys. Nice job. You're all replaceable. You are bringing up moral support so much. All of us are going to work that much harder just because we're so replaceable? No. That is something you should not do. You do not go and tell people that they are replaceable. Because you know what? You're either going to they're not going to work harder. That's not going to make them work harder because you're not bringing them up, you're bringing them down. So why would they want to work harder for you if you're just going to tell them they're replaceable? So one is going to bring their productivity down. They won't want to work as hard. I wouldn't. Actually, I don't want to work as hard because you told me that. You took me down. Why should I help bring you up with your work? You'll have people that are quitting. People are just going to quit because of that. They're going to be like, I am done with you guys. I quit. And at first you'll be like, yeah, you know what? You're replaceable anyway, so quit, whatever. But then once you get 5 or 10 people quitting all at once, you're going to be like, oh, we may have made a mistake. Because now we can't hire people fast enough. So you might realize then, not all of them are replaceable. So instead of telling someone they are replaceable, go and talk. If there's a problem or something, go and talk to them. Don't just tell them they're all replaceable. Go and talk to them, figure out what the problem is, try and fix it. And if you have to let that person go, you have to let them go. But don't go up and tell every single person they are all replaceable. It is screwed up. It demoralizes people, and it's a terrible thing to do. Which sorry. But it's terrible. And then a couple other things with my job is, and with a bunch of other jobs. I'm not saying this is only my job. I know people have had other jobs like this, and it sucks, and they need to learn to fix it. Let's talk about wages. A lot of people are not paid for what they should be paid for. Truthfully, I feel like I'm not. I feel like a lot of my coworkers are not. We work our, I'm going to straight up say it, asses off. We don't get paid enough for this. Even when we get overtime, we don't get paid enough. Like, we have to deal with so many people. We have to get so much done in a time that slot that doesn't allow it, and do so much crap that it's taking away from our lives, and we're not being paid enough. I'm barely affording the bills in my apartment. And my other bills, my electricity and phone and all that. I'm barely affording that. And then, so I know a lot of people should need to be raised. And not only that, there's people who are given more responsibilities, like driving the trucks that we drive, or doing this, like, here's some added responsibility. They don't get a raise. They get paid the same amount. They're doing more. They don't need to be paid more. It makes no sense. Like, it's like the gears are trying to go against each other or away from each. Well, then that the bottom's going against. But it's not going to turn correctly. It's like they're not working correctly. They need to be given a raise if they're doing more work. Talking about a lot of work doing. I work 8 to 15-hour days, 5 to 7 days a week. So do a lot of my coworkers. Actually, they probably do more than I do. I work usually about 8 to 10, 5 days a week. But for me, I actually have to add 2 hours to that, because I drive an hour there, hour back. One day I drove 3 hours for my job. I was like, God dang it, I don't want to do this. So I was out of the house. I'm out of the house like 10 to 12 hours a day minimum. And it sucks. It sucks a lot, actually. And then it's like we work our butts off, but we get no one gets any praise from it, like good job or anything, good work. It's no, you did this, this, and this, and this wrong. So that's all it is. So let's see. So this is something I get pissed about. I have a life. I do my YouTube. I have house chores to do. I have to go grocery shopping because we kind of need food every now and again. Food's kind of good. But our job doesn't allow for time. They don't want to allow for time. It's like you have to have no life to work at this job. And there's quite a few jobs like that. But like, you'll be working 12 to 15 hours a day, go home, be exhausted. And well, today I got a message saying mandatory overtime Saturday and Sunday. That now means my weekend is gone. It doesn't mean, oh, you work Saturday, Sunday, so you get Thursday, Friday off, or you get Monday, Tuesday off. No, it's just gone. I will work 12 days in a row. And I will have no time to recuperate from this job. And that's pretty crappy, truthfully. Straight up. For everyone. So, a lot of people use that time to recuperate, get their brains kind of back in mental order to deal with all the people and deal with all the situations that come up, get physically back in order, because it's a very physical job. And if you're working your muscles all the time, here's what they're going to do. Bleh. Or, oh my God, it hurts so much. But a lot of it's a lot of brain, because you got to talk to a lot of people, and there's a lot of problems and situations that come up. And for some people, they need a little bit more. I'm not saying I'm just the only exception, not at all. But people with like depression, like I do, needs a couple days to kind of recover and be able to kind of breathe and relax and take those days that they can work through their depression or social anxiety. I don't like dealing with people every day. Or sometimes it's like, I can go up to a person and be like, hey, here's the issue. Let's figure this out. Let's go. Let's do this well. And sometimes it's like, there's a person. I can't really do this, dude. You do it. I can't do it. And I'll have to walk away. I can't deal with it all the time, truthfully. And then, like I said, for some people, depression, that's the days they fight it. And for me, when I have to get up early for work and I'm not getting any sleep and I'm working my butt off, it turns the depression up a notch. I will say that it hasn't been fun. There's been a couple times where I've considered driving my car off of a cliff. Sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're listening to this and you don't like that. I just realized I didn't put a thing at the beginning that I'm not giving my company's name or any names there so they can stay safe and whatever. And yes, it is a risk putting this up. I don't really care right now anymore. A lot of my coworkers don't care either anymore. They're hitting a limit too. But like, I've considered just driving my car off a cliff. Excuse me. There's one morning I was going into work. It was a particular day I didn't get much sleep. I was driving on my own and stuff. And a big semi-truck was coming out of a turn right before my job. And I knew I would have to put on my brakes to slow down for it. I didn't put on my brakes, I put on my gas. My first thought was I can decapitate myself. It's a pretty bad thought. I snapped out of it, put on my brake, let him get in. But that's what my job does to me, truthfully. And it's what a lot of jobs do to other people. They don't realize that we're human beings. We need our days or our time off. We can't just work constantly like robots. And then not only that, we were told that we're not allowed to use the kitchens in the buildings we're working anymore. A lot of us bring stuff that has to be warmed up, or a lot of us want coffee or something. So it's like, you just took away a lot from us, because we need more substance than just sandwiches. No one can just survive off of sandwiches. Am I right? So it's like, they take away our substance, and they don't have a specific break room for us that we can get to during lunchtime. So our lunch and stuff is spent inside the trucks. We're supposed to be away from work, but we can't because we have to sit inside the trucks because we're not allowed to use the kitchens or be in there. And it sucks. It's like, you guys are lower than the low. And yes, I get pissed off with this whole thing. It's like we don't deserve it or something, even though we're still human beings. Like, seriously, I'm flesh. I'm blood. I'm not going to show blood. I'm not going, no. And I'm bones. Like, seriously, this is bones. I know you can't hear that or anything, but just noises. So I don't get it. What's different? What makes me different from you? Just because you're slightly higher in position? I'll straight up say it. We all end up the same. Down in the ground. Okay, some of us may be cremated, put up on a mantle and all that, but whatever it is, I mean, we all wind up dead someday. Unfortunately, it's the truth right now. No one can be completely invincible. Unfortunately, we all wish we could be, but that's not going to happen for quite a while. So why is it that just because my job is slightly lower than yours, that I deserve to be treated the way you treat me? I was, during one of the overtimes, because I wasn't taking much overtime because I wanted to be able to do YouTube and stuff like that. That made me happy. I made plans. One of my supervisors straight up told me, I hope we have mandatory overtime soon so you have to take it. He doesn't have to work this overtime. Only us workers do. Us laborers. It's like, are you kidding me? You don't need to say that to me. Like, are you serious? I'm not lower than you. It's like, dude, don't treat me like that. I'm a human being. I have feelings. And you know what? I use my free time to go do fun stuff as well. I'm going out and doing glass blowing with my boyfriend. And you know what? I'm super excited about that. And I'm slightly nervous they're going to be like, oh, mandatory overtime. And you'll be fired if you don't do it. I can't believe I have to actually fear that. It's so stupid. But it's like, I actually started going to college to become a mechanical engineer. I'm kind of smart sometimes. A lot of people are smart, and some go to college, some don't. I tried to. Figured out I didn't like mechanical engineering like I thought I did. I was a little bit more on the creative side. I like the building inside of it and stuff, not the math. So it's one of the reasons why I went into YouTubing, because I found it a heck of a lot more creative and a heck of a lot more fun. And it's like now that's being taken away from me more and more, because it's like more time at work and less time YouTubing, and it makes me really sad and angry, obviously. But like, why does my difference of education, why does my difference of level make me less of a human being? Like, seriously, I don't have less up here necessarily.
Sometimes I probably have more than a couple of them. I could probably do what their job. Like, come on. But I don't demoralize them. They demoralize me or dehumanize or whatever the hell the word is. Yes, I said hell. Yes, I probably said ass earlier, unless that was in the last recording. But we work our butts off. I've worked till I nearly pass out. I've hit my head so hard on a desk that I nearly knocked myself out. I sliced this thumb open with one of the brackets. I went up, bandage, got right back to work. But I'm still considered less than the people who take calls and then message us that there is a problem that we have to take care of. So we're doing more work, if anything. And it's like, it's just not fair. It's not. You never should dehumanize a person. Don't care if you're higher rank. Don't care if you're a customer. I do not care. You do not dehumanize people. I'm going to cough again because. Sorry. But it's something that's not right that our world is always getting wrong. Because people always see other people as less than them. And it really sucks. If anything, we should help each other out more. I'm going to lose. I think I have to wrap it up about there because I am coughing a lung out. But I want to know what you guys think, how you guys' jobs are going. Do you feel the same way at your jobs and stuff? Just kind of sucks, and I hope they realize what they're doing and they can fix it before they lose a lot more people. Because they will. Like and subscribe below. I'm probably going to go cough again in just a moment. Yeah, like and subscribe below. Leave comments. I'd love to hear from you. So, peace. See ya.